Chichi Josephine. Hii ni baada ya shirika la utetezi wa haki za kibinadamu Vocal Africa kufaulu kutuma ombi la kutaka kufanywa upya kwa uchunguzi wa kupotea kwa Brian Odhiambo. Hii leo mahakama ya Nakuru inasikiza kesi hiyo, na kwa sasa tufululize moja kwa moja hadi kwenye mahakama hiyo tusikize kinachosemwa ambacho mwanahabari wetu Chichi Josephine anafuatilia kwa ukaribu.
Have said, let us go to court because the courts anyway would have the final say on these issues. And so, Your Honor, we are not asking the court to direct the DPP to carry an inquest because anyway they are saying the DPP is beyond direction. And they'll tell you that is what Article 157.10 says, that they cannot be directed. We're asking the DPP to exercise, we're asking the court to take notice of the fact that Brian Odhiambo is lost or disappeared, and because the court has the jurisdiction to order for an inquest, direct that an inquest be carried into the disappearance of Brian Odhiambo. That order in no way directs the DPP to do anything. It's not a directive to the DPP. It's not a consent to the DPP. Your Honor, would also note that the wordings of Section 385 of the CPC use the operative word may, and this also goes to the discretion. I want to say this: the power to conduct a public inquiry is both mandatory and discretionary, so that even if Your Honor would receive a directive, quote unquote, from the DPP to get into an inquest, the law still allows you to say, no, I will not do that. And this is us invoking the discretionary power of the court, say, information has been brought to me, I find this information necessary, and therefore I order that there be an inquest. Your Honor, perhaps two issues, then I invite my colleague to say a word or two. Number one, from the court to note that there are only two institutions in this country that have been mandated to carry out investigations. The DPP is not one of those institutions. It is the Directorate of Criminal Investigation, that is the DCI, and now the courts pursuant to Section 385. Why DPP would be opposed to a court carrying out an investigation is preposterous, to say the least. Unless the DPP say, we are heavily invested in this, we don't want the court to carry out an inquest. Or for what other reason will the DPP be opposed to an inquest? The other thing I needed to let the court know is that in the affidavits they are saying an inquest cannot be carried out because we do not have a body. Now, that is, in my view, an outright misapprehension of the law, misapplication of the law. It will be for the court to determine, if the court allows our application to conduct an inquest, it will be for the court to determine whether Brian Odhiambo is dead or not, and the law would allow for presumption of death if it will be necessary. You will also be told by the prosecution, Your Honor, that they are seriously, the DCI is seriously conducting an investigation. They are aware, and I'm aware, because, Your Honor, I have participated in this process for the longest time, that on Friday, should have been the 20th of February, Your Honor, just so that they may look like they are doing something really concerning this disappearance. The affidavit that was sworn by a colleague from the DPP had said they had received a file. They are not telling the court that they have returned that file because they felt the investigations done were shoddy, for lack of a better term.